Pretty interesting board here to me. This is a Kemper asymmetrical board, and I know very little about it. Can't find much information on these. If anybody does know what year it was made or remembers writing one or what other sizes they came in, I'd be interested to know for sure. But sometime probably, I'm guessing early 2000s. I don't know why I would just say that, but I don't know if Kemper, I don't know the history of Kemper. I know they're still around in, like a cheap board capacity. I don't know if they even still are, but a couple years ago I remember seeing new Kemper boards. But this one's called an AC 167, and it's an asymmetrical board for sure. And I'll just show everything I can on it because, like I said, I don't know if it's called a range E or the AC like it says on the tail there. Here's what it says here: made in Austria, designed in the USA. Nice insert pattern and just, measurements. It looks like it's got a purpose. And I bought it because of the graphic for one, and two, I got lucky, I think, to buy it because if anybody remembers, through a certain snowboard Facebook group, there was a big collection last fall that some guy was selling all his boards, and he had upwards of 80 boards, I believe, and he wanted to sell it all at once, and he sold it all at once to somebody, delivered it all. It was a super cool story. The Joe O collection, that's what I call it. And this board was in that collection. And let's check out the base because it's interesting. This thing is heavy, very heavy board. It's a sled. I'm calling it a sled. Really unique, just like southwestern looking pattern. That's what I would call it. And the base, all these boards that were in this guy's collection were pretty well maintained, basically stored for probably since the day he bought him at half the time. Guy was just a super wild collector, and he had the best time of his life to collect back when he was doing it. Anyway, this board just mystifies me, and I'm a huge asym fan. So when the guy that bought all the boards was offering some that he was thinning out of the whole collection, there was about a dozen, I think. This is the only one I wanted, and I remember this from Joe O's posts, which were epic when they were happening. People were in disbelief of what was going on. It was fun to watch. But I'm just happy to have a board from that collection. And I mean, it's been taken care of. I can't say it's been ridden more than a couple times. It was mounted, obviously, but the thing doesn't really show much. There's scratches. There's no damage to it though. The AC 167. I'm kind of not optimistic about how I'm gonna like it actually because it's so big. But like I said, I'm 200 pounds, a size 12 boot. I can ride this thing. I don't think it'll feel as fast as the smaller boards that I squeeze myself onto sometimes. Yeah, well, if anybody has any information, it'd be awesome to hear even a year that this was made, like, for specifically, because it just seems like it's too nice to be late 90s, but made in Austria. A lot of stuff is still made in Austria. It could be fairly modern, I'm sure, but not past a certain year because Kemper, I don't think made. I never saw Kemper make stuff like this, so that's why I'm mystified and intrigued, and keeping it for now.